this is the finished product here. And in this video I want to share with you what worked for me for cleaning glass without chemicals. The point of using no chemicals is that I didn't want to compromise the integrity of this material, whatever is used to join the glass panels together. So whether you are working on window, windshield, or on a fish tank like this, let me show you what I went through. It was a little bit of a guesswork, and I have a little bit of a damage that I didn't anticipate, but it got cleaned the best I could, and no chemicals were used on it whatsoever. I found this fish tank. I don't know where it came from, but it has some dirt on the glass that doesn't want to come away. Just take a look at it. There, it's gritty and it doesn't wash away or rub away. So what might help if you have a similar situation is a plain blade like this. Make sure it's lapped dead flat on a piece of float glass. I'm gonna insert a link about that. Okay, so it's not just any kind of plain blade. And this stuff, I've been working from this direction here. This stuff removes fairly easily, just like so, like that. You can see it's working quite well. There, and then what's on the plain blade is the muck that it bulldozes in front of it, and just conveniently wipe it on the pens, and maybe a little more water. But sorry guys, I only have two hands and I'm hand holding the camera, but you get the idea. This is working. So if you have some similar situation with your fish tank and you want to make it super clean, then this procedure might just do it for you. It needs more water so it doesn't scratch, and once it's free of grits like here, it looks dirty, but it makes almost no sound. Okay? When it makes no sound, that's when it, like this corner here, that's when it's flawless. Yeah, while it's scraping, it's still got something under it. I'm gonna put this camera down and get some water on it. See if I can lift these grits a little easier. I've got some water running here. Now, plain blades do rust, but you don't have to do this for hours, and just wipe it clean and it's gonna be fancy and good. So it's flawless here. It's still catching on something there. It's flawless in that corner, but it's already a lot better than it was. This is the original gritty surface. You can see some of the grit is still on, but here where it's being removed, there's still something on the glass that needs a little scraping. So change the blade angle and change the pressure applied. Push it as well as try pulling it. One of these combinations will eventually work, and it's going to make it flawless. So after all the washing and scraping, the glass is still flawed, but only along a narrow band or a narrow line somewhere there. And the reason for it is because the dirt is not on top of the glass, but there are small dimples in the glass along this line, and the kind of pattern and the only operation that can melt glass to put dimples in it is grinding. So a hot trail of sparks must have hit this glass at one point, and it's also making the squeegee to make a sound there or just behave differently here. It makes a different sound, so it's not perfect there. It's not gonna come out of the glass ever, but it's as good as it ever gonna get. It's definitely clean for sure and free of the extra grits that were embedded in the glass. So this is how the finished surface looks like. It's still molten and dimply, but notably there are no scratches, none whatsoever, despite the violent looking plain blade scraping operation. I do have a scratch, but it's only way higher up, and it's on the inside of the glass there between my fingers. You can see one long scratch there, but none here where it was scraped and worked on most intensely. If I grab this handheld loop here and hold it in front of this iPhone, you can see that these surface blemishes are all caused from the outside, and there are no scratches. This is all just sparks melting the glass and causing little craters. That's all you have, and an occasional chip here and there like that one there. Okay, so with the same tools you get similar results, and absolutely no chemicals are needed in the process.